Okay. I don't know if you track Teamlease or not, but we have the management joining us. So if you want to listen into that and then give us your view later, we'll come back to you in a bit, Dipan. The numbers were quite good, actually. The revenues went up by 16%. Margins saw some improvement sequentially. To discuss this and more, we have Ramani Dathi, who is the CFO at Teamlease Services, who joins us now. Ramani, thanks a lot for joining us on the show. You know, it was a good quarter this time for you. Just the overall business, I mean, 16% growth is what you saw year on year. The margins have now started to inch towards that 1.4% level. So want to understand first on margins, have the margins bottomed out? Because you had guided for steady improvement in margins Q2 onwards. Can Q3 and Q4 be better than what you've delivered? And give us an outlook on the operational performance.
That's right, Sonia. So as I have mentioned in the last quarter, our margins have already bottomed out because be it in terms of degree apprenticeship or the IT staffing impact, that's been fully absorbed. So there will be a steady improvement in margins as well as absolute profits on a sequential basis. And once the IT staffing comes back on track, that can be a wind on our back.
So you're also running a cost optimization program. Can you quantify for us what has the cost efficiency been up until now through that program, and how much of it you can you can see in the second half of the year as well?
Yeah. So we have mentioned in Q4 of last year that we will hold the costs, the core costs, at least for 6 to 7 quarters. We will not increase any costs in the back end. So we are on track with that. In fact, we have managed to bring down the cost run rate as well on a quarterly basis. We have already brought it down by about 50 lakhs compared to Q4 of last year. The cost run rate has come down by 50 lakhs a quarter. And we are targeting incremental another 50 odd lakhs by end of this year as a quarterly run rate. So that would kind of straight away contribute to our profits and margin expansion. And this is not by, choking the existing resources, Sonia. So this is more of process optimization and technology, digital engagement with those initiatives.
Okay. All right. Hi, Ramani. Good morning and good to see you in as always. Now, putting that cost, optimization strategy that you'll have in place, could you guide us for the margin band for the second half of the year? Point number one. And in our earlier chats, I think we were talking about revenue growth in excess of 20. I think mid 20% is what we were talking about. First half of the year, you have done mid-teens, 16, 17%, I think so. For the year, what kind of a number are you looking at? So revenues as well as margins.
Yeah. No, revenues in general staffing business, we are already close to 20%. And even by end of the year, at company level, we'll be hitting that 20% revenue growth. So what has impacted in H1 being sub 20% is mainly the specialized staffing business and degree apprenticeship business, because both of them are facing headwinds. However, by end of this year, we are confident that we'll kind of clock the 20% growth. And even into the future quarters as well, we'll maintain upwards of 20% of revenue growth. On margins, on margins, there is no precise guidance as such, because on top line, especially in general staffing business, we don't control the salaries of the contract employees. On absolute profits, there'll be a sequential improvement of 5 to 6% quarter on quarter going forward.
Ma'am, hi, good morning. What's the... so global captives are booming, right? We've spoken about this in the past as well. Isn't that able to offset some of the weakness in traditional IT services? And is there a slowdown there as well? Could you tell us? Hiring, and if you can put a number to it, what are hiring requirements down by, say, compared to where we were same period last year?
Yeah. No, you are right on that point, Prashant. So GCCs and captives are hiring. In fact, they are the ones kind of helping us to maintain the current base in our IT staffing business. Otherwise, IT services consistently for last 4 or 5 quarters, they have been kind of dropping even the replacement headcount. And we have seen almost a 20% headcount drop in our IT services customers in terms of headcount, which got compensated with the headcount growth in GCCs and captives. So that trend will continue, and but whether it can compensate and contribute to incremental growth at a substantial level, I don't think so in the next 2 or 3 quarters. As of now, we are confident of maintaining the base in specialized staffing business. And maybe down the line 2, 3 quarters, once the momentum in GCCs also kind of accelerates, we can get back to at least a double-digit growth number.
Okay. So, the total headcount, I just wanted to understand in terms of numbers, what are you looking at? In Q2, it was about 3 lakhs, a growth of almost 5% quarter on quarter. What are we looking at in the second half?
We should maintain a similar growth, Sonia, like 5 to 6% in Q2 as well. Yes.
5 to 6% quarter on quarter growth in Q3 and Q4, is it?
Yes, yes, that's right.
Okay. Okay, got it. That's on total headcount. And in specialized staffing, I mean, you spoke about it, but you've also said that for the full year, specialized staffing will be absolutely flat. What are we looking at in FY24? Is there a growth that one can expect in in FY25? Is there a growth that one can expect in specialized staffing?
There is total uncertainty. As of now, there is no visibility at all, like how the IT industry will turn around. At this point in time, we are only targeting maintaining the base of 8,000 headcount that we have in IT staff.
All right. Very quickly, the cash in your books, could you quantify it? And what are the plans out there? Any inorganic growth you're looking at?
Yeah, we have a little over 300 crore of cash in our books, out of which close to 250 crore is free cash, which we can utilize for any organic or inorganic investments. At this point in time, there are no active discussions, no advanced discussions for inorganic aspect. But yes, there are multiple discussions, especially on HR tech space, where we can use those for cross-selling and upselling, but very initial stages of discussion.
Well, it's been good speaking to you. Thanks so much for stopping by and giving us all those details. Wishing you and your team a very happy Diwali as well in this festive season.